Depot Devoid.
Depot Devoid!
Depot Devoid.
Oh my God, I wasn't ready.
You said you were ready. You fucked up.
Okay, I guess I'm ready. I'm ready now.
I'm not restarting this.
I wouldn't want you to. So hey, welcome back to Depot Devoid, to the first recording that we're doing in the year of our Lord 2024.
Yeah, I think that for 2024, we need to start saying in the year of our Lord, gun-toting American Jesus.
The year of your Lord. The year of Warlord.
Exactly.
Now, my original intention is now like the third week of January. We got a little sidetracked, and then there were some weather issues. Um, I had originally wanted to begin with the movie A Boy and His Dog from 1975, based on the science fiction novella, because it takes place in the amazing future year of 2024. But Ted was not quite able to get his hands on that. So we will be beginning the 2024 year of Depot Devoid with the 1999 somewhat darkish comedy Election, because as you might know, this is an election year for whatever that is worth.
And your name's
And
Matt Fagan.
is it?
And I'm Ted.
Have we voted on that?
I am voting right now. I cast one for each of us.
I vote that my name is Barbara Simmons.
You can be whatever you want to be. I'll
It
respect that,
changes
Barbara.
nothing except my name. Other than that, I'm exactly the same as I have always been.
All right.
Yes, my name is also Matt Fagan
I thought you were
on
Barbara.
the legal documents.
Oh, I got it.
Actually, they probably say Matthew, I guess. I don't know. I don't look at my legal documents. I let my team of high-powered lawyers from the firm of Mackenzie, Brackman, Cheney, and Cusack look at those for me. So, have you ever seen Election before?
I had not.
And you would agree, I assume, that it chronicles the most important election, fictional or non-fictional, future, past, or present, in all of American history or future history, correct?
It's definitely chock-a-block of politics.
And it teaches you valuable lessons about both morals and ethics.
And it's really gross.
Or at least it mentions morals and ethics on numerous occasions.
Yeah.
It may never actually nail down the nuances between morals and ethics, or in fact follow any of them itself. It's
It's
more of a
nasty.
do as I say, not as I do kind of ethics teacher.
Yeah.
So Election, which is based on a book, so you know it's good, stars Ferris Bueller and Legally Blonde as
How
a
old was
teacher and
Legally
student.
Blonde in this?
I don't know. This was around the time of Freeway, I think, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Seems like. So yeah, Reese Witherspoon is playing Tracy Flick, the most intense overachiever you ever went to high school with.
She was 23 while she was in high school.
She was clearly no older than 16. I don't know why you would think otherwise.
Good
And
reason.
this is I love Reese Witherspoon in this role. She is pure delight in her intensity.
She was pretty great. She might have been the best part of the movie.
It's kind of a different role for Matthew Broderick. as the put upon high school teacher Jim McAllister. The whole movie is about a student body election, and Matthew Broderick as her teacher, Mr. McAllister, hates Tracy Flick so much um, that he is out to destroy her, and in the process destroys himself and his marriage and a lot of other people.
It, his hatred for her is just funny.
It really is. I
It's
mean,
unfounded.
it's well, and that's what I like about it. He is his entire character is so fucking petty,
Yeah.
and he leans into it, and that's what's such a different role for him, because he plays fun and he plays pathetic kind of well, but I don't usually see him in this sort of petty villain role. I mean, it's not really a natural Matthew Broderick casting choice, and I
I,
love him in that.
I gotta say, I don't like Matthew Broderick in general, but he did good in this, and I don't like this. I appreciated him very much.
I think that he does a great job as the absolute villain, and he's petty and pathetic all the way through it. And I, I think there's a certain part of me that, like, you can kind of sympathize with how he gets there. You can certainly imagine that he has been beaten down by his job over the years, and there probably is a certain jealousy to seeing overachieving students year after year uh going through these same motions, and then in many cases going on to live much better lives than he will ever have.
They did a very good job of bringing out the understanding of the feeling of you're only attached to these creatures for a few years, maybe tops 5, and then a whole new cycle comes through, and it's
Yeah,
just there's no long lasting reasonable relationship. There's no love. It's all just like, I get this 4-year pass with this one, it's gone off into the wind. And God, that his
well, and
other
this what's
teacher
great
friend.
is that, like, you really see that, like, the only thing that changes is the faces, and they change so fast that they don't even matter at a certain point,
Yeah.
because what he's doing is the same over and over again. And
And if you try and bring
he's
it to a whole nother level, you're going to be like his other teacher buddy who was sleeping with Reese Witherspoon.
it's there are there are no good people in this movie.
There aren't. There really aren't. And the sad part is Tracy Flick might actually have been one of the better ones.
Oh,
And
she
she's
absolutely
pretty
is.
gross.
Like, well, the thing is, like, the stuff that Tracy does, and we'll get into it, the stuff that Tracy does that's, like, objectively bad stuff is kind of like, I mean, as a character, she's 16.
Yeah.
She is
I'm sorry,
she is an
23.
intense, desperately overachieving, trying to stick to her life plan, everything matters way too much 16-year-old girl. And she has a couple of meltdowns. And she's kind of naive and makes some dumb choices. But as a 16-year-old girl, you're a lot more forgiven for making dumb choices than a lot of the other bad choices that are being made by other characters in this movie.
Not if you're Ferris Bueller.
The adult men are by and large not a great bunch.
Yep. The adult women aren't really either.
No, they're better
Yeah.
for the most part. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of not terribly sympathetic people in Election. Um, I you know who I love is Chris Klein. the dopey jock.
Oh yeah, actually, he was pretty amazing.
He is he is beautifully positive at all times.
It's
Um
it's neat, actually. His character was very, very adorable.
so shall we lay a little bit out about what the actual story of this movie is before we lay into everything? Um so this 1999, which was not an election year, unlike this year. So everything that happens in this movie is going to have parallels in real life coming up just any second now, because all elections are the same, which is a point that they make in the movie Election. So this is a movie about a student body election, and Tracy Flick is running unopposed. She is pretty sure that she is going to carry this thing. And that is part of her plan because, as we all know, you have to be student body president to score big on those college transcripts. And so she is right out of the gate. She is collecting her signatures in the first frames of the movie. She is going to take this election, and she is butting heads with Jim McAllister.
But she
Um,
doesn't know that at first.
Not at first. And the reasons that we soon learn are kind of gross. Um, Jim McAllister had a best friend at school, another teacher named Dave Novotny, who boned Tracy Flick. And there is absolutely no way to characterize this in a way that isn't totally nasty.
It's
Um,
bad.
he is a he is a bad man.
Yeah.
Dave Novotny got infatuated with Tracy Flick during yearbook. He was the yearbook advisor. Um, yeah, it was gross. He was straight up talking to her about how smart and pretty she is. He was like doing he was doing exactly the same thing. I don't want to talk about exactly what I observed maybe in my own high school experience about a certain grooming individual, but yes, he was going through the exact checklist of how to get a high school girl interested in you in the most inappropriate way, and it
Okay.
worked. And yeah, so long story short, Dave doesn't work there anymore.
As he shouldn't.
And for some reason, uh first big red flag with Mr. McAllister is he seems to have a much bigger problem with Tracy Flick over this indiscretion than he does with Dave Novotny.
Yeah. Big problem.
Gross. So Dave Novotny is now separated from his wife and doesn't see his baby, and has moved back in with his parents in another town. And for some reason, that is part of the basis of Mr. McAllister's problems with Tracy Flick. Um,
Shows you
and
right where the morals and ethics problems lie.
Yeah. It's unclear exactly how his choice to back Novotny in this equation is either a moral or ethical one. Uh, I I think that maybe if he examined the situation, he might come to a different conclusion. But instead, what he decides is um, he can't let Tracy succeed so easily. So he wants to, at the very least, stop her from running unopposed. And so he conspires to get Paul, is that his name? Paul?
I think so.
To run against her.
And it wasn't even really conspiring. He just pushed him into it, being like, hey, this would be a good thing for you to do with your broken leg. You can't do sports ball.
Paul was a jock and now he is broken. And a broken jock has no purpose, but what he does still have is popularity. And popularity is enough to potentially carry him in an election against Tracy Flick, even though he has no interest or skills.
But he'll do it.
But if you thought that's where it was going to end, you were wrong because big swerve, Paul's little sister is secretly gay, but her girlfriend isn't. And so her girlfriend leaves her because she's starting to feel self-conscious about their experimentation, and in order to hurt her, starts banging Paul. So the sister Tammy is like, fuck this shit. I'm going to show Paul I'm going to run against him.
And let's be
So
fair
now we've
here.
got 3 people.
Paul has no idea that his sister's gay, or that now his new girlfriend that he's banging was his sister's girlfriend.
I would
He has
argue, in
no
fact,
idea.
that Paul has no idea about literally anything.
Yep.
I think that Paul would be content to just drift through life with a smile on his face and only change directions when something bumped into him.
That's
I
probably what it
think
is.
that would be Paul. I I really like Tammy. I think Tammy is a delightful character.
She was.
So yes, Paul has no idea that the whole reason he has a girlfriend is because of his sister being secretly gay. I was so surprised the day that she blew me.
It's too much. The this this movie, it God, I can't even really coherently describe how off and wrong it is for all the wrong reasons, and yet you can still have Paul make it better. He's not bad. He's not
No,
doing anything wrong. He's just kind of there.
no, Paul has absolutely no agency in this movie at all. He is manipulated by other people. It mostly not even he's not even being manipulated because people want anything from him. He's being manipulated to get other ends for a third party.
Yeah.
He's never even the object. He's just a convenient tool.
Yeah.
It's kind of adorable. It's actually not unlike what people have suggested Trump was the first time around. He didn't even really know what was going on.
Just
I would say that maybe
present.
Paul is a slightly better person than Donald Trump,
Well,
actually.
yeah. He's not a sick, nasty, twisted fuck.
No, he seems friendly, and to the best of my knowledge, the character of Paul has never been convicted of sexual assault.
Yeah, there's that.
That's one key difference between the fictional character of Paul and the actual presidential candidate Donald Trump. Trump is a rapist, but Paul wasn't actually a rapist.
And without going down the rabbit hole, I'm just going to put it out there. I'm fairly confident that Donald Trump fathered his own grandson.
I mean, there is no way that that could surprise anyone, is there?
Only the people who are dumb and lying to themselves.
I I suspect we'll never know for sure.
Well, we could if we had a DNA test.
Well, I mean, I don't have any of their blood, not personally.
Somebody can get it.
I mean, if you want to go get some, I'd be happy to chip in.
All right, no more rabbit hole of Trump as his grandson's dad. But it's true.
It's probably true. It is probably. I mean, and since it's probably true, I think it's then safe to say that it is therefore absolutely true.
There we go. Problem solved. We know what's up.
It's easier that way.
Thank you,
Let's
America.
just
This
do
is
it.
our
Let's just
political
say
show,
it.
Depot Devoid. Donald Trump is his own grandson's daddy.
Woo! I am glad that we finally laid that to rest.
It's been plaguing us for far too long.
It is the one issue that has divided the American people.
The only
The
one.
one and only.
Since the Boston Tea Party, there has been no other question asked that has been
Nope.
so divisive.
Nope.
And now, on to the election.
All right, on to the election. Something about Kuwait, maybe? Foreign policy?
I don't think that came up in the movie.
I kind of tuned out for a little bit, maybe. So we have a stage set with three candidates, one of whom actually wants to win, and a couple of siblings who are in it for very different reasons, and neither of whom is interested in the presidency. But Tammy's speech is one of the best parts. Basically gives voice to the fact that none of the student body actually give a shit about a student body election. It's entirely a formality. It's there for people's college transcripts. They have no power. They will achieve nothing, and the entire thing is bullshit. So vote for me or don't. Who fucking cares?
It was very good.
And it was very popular. It was the only thing that could have possibly eclipsed her brother in popularity. Tracy Flick, unfortunately, just stayed on point, which is not what anybody was interested in.
It's true. And I don't even remember what Paul said.
I don't remember what he said, but what matters is how he said it, because he pulls a tightly folded piece of notebook paper out of his
and just
pocket,
read it, not looking
and he
at anybody.
leans. It's a beautifully staged shot where the microphone is about a foot short for him, and he leans very, very close to the microphone, and he reads the entire page out loud as quickly as he can, and he pauses appropriately at the periods and the commas, but for the most part he just sort of rushes through everything, and he delivers it all in a monotone, and at the end, as he is saying them, he stands up and he just
Yep.
It's a lovely little a bit of staging. He's a great character. He's so adorable.
He played that role so well.
I was a big fan. And then the main gist of our fall from grace then comes with the electoral count. And
we've skipped over all the whole adultery business.
Well, I figured we'd circle back to that, but we can absolutely talk about adultery anytime. I guess that is, I mean, I'm trying to decide if that is separate from his fall with Tracy. Like, would his trajectory have included election fraud if the whole adultery business hadn't happened? Like, is it a stepping stone in his turning away from the face of God?
I think that really all that did to serve any part of this movie was filler for time and show that he's having a really stressful day.
So yeah, after Dave Novotny ruined his life and his marriage with Tracy Flick and moved away, Mr. McAllister and his wife have become like pretty close friends with Novotny's ex-wife Linda. And Mr. McAllister has been doing a lot for her around the house because she doesn't have a man around and she's got a little baby. Um, and there's a little bit of a spark there. And then finally, right on the cusp of the election, chronologically, um, they finally go a little bit too far. Um, and then they decided to go a little bit too far some more, and they make
Time to get a
arrangements.
motel room. Ah.
So yeah, they're gonna do. I don't know if anyone else has ever thought of this. But if you want to commit adultery, one thing that you could do is go to a motel. Like I didn't know that that was like I never really thought that through, but I guess like they have this ingenious idea that they can go to this separate third location. Um they certainly wouldn't want to do it at her private residence that she doesn't share with anyone
Except
because
the baby.
yeah, I mean the baby probably won't walk in on them and I don't think he has a cell phone or anything.
Probably.
Um but yeah, I did notice that she has, a private residence, like
There
a
was
house
that, like
that
a whole house.
yeah, that she lives in. Um
It wasn't even a
and
park.
uh and the neighbors, if they're nosy, already know that Mr. McAllister and his wife are friends with Linda and that they go over there frequently, both together and separately. Um, so you'd think I don't just saying, like maybe if you're thinking about committing adultery and you're like, hey, we should go to a motel where we could be anonymous, like that's one thing you could do. But if you have a private residence where nobody cares what you're doing, that's another possibility.
Well, and then the whole
This has
going to
been
the
adultery advice with Matt Fagan, brought to you by Depot Devoid.
and then there's the whole thing of when you add the motel into it, there's at least one person of contact. Got two vehicles out there in the park. Come on, guys. They're not
It's
thinking of it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they probably neither of them has ever actually done this before, so like maybe it's like when you commit your first murder and it's kind of sloppy.
Or mine wasn't.
Well, most people's are, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well,
From what I look in I'm just saying, look, in my group, the majority in our discussion group
when you
has
go to
said
Serial Con.
that their first time was a little less than ideal. They have improved over time with subsequent murders.
Did you ever read Neil Gaiman's uh Sandman?
Yes, the original run in its entirety, but a long, long time ago.
I loved when they went to Serial Con.
I do remember that vaguely, and then they actually did an episode on that in the adaptation that they did for Netflix, which was okay.
I don't know if I got that far. I don't know if it's still going.
I don't know if they're going to do a second series or not. I know that the first series was like 8 episodes or so, and it was enjoyable.
I really enjoyed the actor that they got to play him.
Yeah, I liked it, and it has been long enough since I read the comics that I wasn't in any way invested in like details, Like
Right.
the vibe was appropriate enough. There were like certain choices that I was like, kind of sketchy about, but overall, not nearly as bad as it might have been.
Right.
Yeah, there was an episode about Serial Con, which was I was very glad to see that they did it.
It was an important part of the show or book rather.
I would like to read that series again. It has been so I read it in college, so
Yeah,
30 years ago.
I don't know if I made it past the second or third uh installment of it. I don't remember how long it was, but I
There
know.
was I want to say it was probably like 60 or 80 issues or something altogether. I could be way off. I know that at Reed there was a club called the Music Listening and Lending Library, which was a big room behind a locked door in our lower commons, and it had a large library of records and listening stations. But the other thing they had was they subscribed to many, many comic books, and with each they would get, each several issues, and they would have them there's a binder on campus for people to do their thesis, and so they would bind issues into like hardcovers so that they would have no monetary value, so no one wanted to steal them. But they would just like have their little spines chopped off and it all bound into a hardcover, and there was just shelves of them lining the walls. And so I read like all of Sandman. That's where I read all of the Death and Return of Superman after that storyline was all complete. It was an excellent resource that I was very happy to utilize.
When my daughter was little, one of the other kids that went to her daycare, his parents, his dad went to read. He's probably 20-ish years older than us. Um, and he was, I was talking to him one time, and he was telling me about that same club there.
Oh, nice.
And he had a bit of a mental break one term while he was going there and just quit going to class and read Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that's all he did was he read Spider-Man to try and get his head back into a better place.
It was a great place to do that because it was just like it was a quiet room. It had big couches. Like I said, had listening station. You could literally like curl up with piles of comic books with music playing in your headphones on a couch, and like no one would bother. You could stay in there for days. And if you walked like I don't know what it was when he was there, but if you walked out of the door, right outside there were bathrooms, there were vending machines, and there were pinball machines. So
That's
if you need
great.
a little break, step outside, pee, get something to eat, play a little Bride of Pinbot, and then retreat back inside. And I never go to class again.
Yeah, no, it was at least a solid term that he spent in there just reading Spider-Man. And he had a
Excellent. I
really,
mean, that's a
really
great way to
great
do it.
in-depth, yeah, he had a great in-depth knowledge of old Spider-Man stuff at
Well,
that point. It
it
was,
sounds like he made the right choice.
yeah, and he Mary Jane was a bad, bad bitch. She was not good for Peter.
That's awesome. Yeah, I missed that place. That was it. I would love to have that as a resource that I could provide to people. That experience was so wonderful and positive.
That's fun.
That's the sort of uh profit-free business that I would be delighted to have if I didn't need to make money to exist in our capitalist society.
Hey, that's the way it is. Gotta make money.
I would love to just ha have a comic book lounge. That's what I would want to be.
Yeah, that's why I
And
wanted to.
hookahs maybe.
Hey, hookahs are cool too. I mean, I really used to want to start a coffee shop that would just have books and comic books in it, but I don't think that I'll ever find a world in which I can afford to run a coffee shop.
Yeah, I mean that's the sad real. That's exactly what I would do if I could just do a thing and it didn't have to make money for anyone and could just be what I wanted it to be. That's what I would love to be able to provide, is just like access to those materials and a pleasant environment to enjoy them in.
Yeah.
That would be exactly what I wanted to do.
You sit, have fun. Please don't smell bad. Give me money for some coffee and cookies.
Yeah, and like, don't fuck it up too bad, please. Like I
Yeah.
understand like the reality, they're gonna get worn, but just, be respectful and put it back when you're done.
Yeah, it'd be great.
That's all.
Emily, they've been fed. Emily! Emily! Emily!
Right now you'll discover that
They've
my
had dinner.
My brother is talking to his wife about the 6 or is it only 5 now? Recently abducted children that have been pilloried in their basement. And oh, are you back?
Oh, there's more of them now.
Hi.
We just got a
Oh,
truckload.
okay. Oh, that's right. With after the storm.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're easy to find. Are you kidding me? When there's an ice storm,
I'd
yeah,
forgotten. I'd forgotten about the freezing rain out there,
yeah,
and
easy peasy. I
and
mean, on the side of the road
you
everywhere.
have that nice slick little ramp in the back down to the
Yeah,
basement, and
and you go out. There's cars flipped over and burning. The kids are all on, so it's fine. Like a dime a dozen.
are you the people under the stairs? Remember that movie?
No, I've never watched it.
It's it's something.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's yeah, it's something.
All I know is that movie came out right around the time that we moved back into Grandpa's house on Olive Barber Road.
It's a it's a Wes Craven movie. Um, but it's one that's really like only people who are like Wes Craven completists, or they're not just your casual Nightmare on Elm Street fans. Like they're the people who are like, oh, I have to see all of the Wes Craven movies. We'll watch that one.
Gotcha.
I enjoy it for what it is. It's a little mid-range thriller. It's the thing that I like most about it is that for some reason, the older couple, the evil couple in the movie, um, also play a couple on Twin Peaks,
Hmm.
which was on around that time. And I enjoyed Twin Peaks, and so it was like this weird delight to see Ed and Nadine from Twin Peaks playing this insane, maybe brother sister incestuous couple, um, of evil murderers.
Interesting.
It was
You know,
it was fun.
the real question is what was stored underneath the stairs at our grandfather's house? I can't remember.
I don't remember what was actually under the stairs themselves. I remember like
Yeah.
sort of some stuff from that area down there. There wasn't much actually under the physical steps, but it was an accessible space.
And it wasn't canned goods.
No, those were on the other end of the basement.
Yeah, yeah. I know directly behind where the stairs were on that concrete shelf area was
That's where
the
the electric train
railroad
was.
track. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's kind of a blind spot, the under the stairs part.
Yeah, I mean there were some tools and shit like along the outside wall, but then when you turn
Yeah.
back to go under the stairs themselves, like I feel like there was just maybe a couple of miscellaneous boxes, but like it wasn't a big storage space under there.
It's
So,
true. But we're gonna have to take ourselves a break.
all right. And then maybe get back on track on this election. We got to elect somebody, god damn it.
It's the truth, and they can't be elected when they're under the stairs.
I mean, it's called election.
Not under the stairs.
I mean, no, that's later.
Yeah.
Election under the stairs
All right, we'll be back.
after these important messages.
Welcome back to your mom's house. My name's Dad.
Ew. No one told me we were gonna go there.
Hey, I didn't make the podcast. I just pretended it.
I don't want to go to mom's house. Gross.
Then don't. Probably not there. Now they
I'm,
probably are back.
I'm turning this podcast around right now.
Oh no, no. See that's the same. That's the dad energy right there. I'm gonna turn this podcast around. You don't want that.
Ugh. Yeah, I mean, okay, well, there's no good dad energy in this movie, that's for sure.
No, there's not. I mean, he's trying to become a dad while he's like imagining Reese Witherspoon while boning his wife.
Fill me up. Fill me up. Yeah. Fill me up.
Oh, God. Just like that. Oh, yeah. Fill me up.
God. Oh. God. Oh.
Oh,
Just
God.
like that.
Just like that.
Oh, yeah.
Do it,
Fuck
Jim.
me.
Fuck
Oh, yeah.
Do it, Jim. Just like that. Do it, Jim. Fill me up. Just like that. Do it, Mr. M. Do it. Fuck me, Mr. M. Fuck me.
Fuck me, Mr. M. Fuck me, Mr. M.
So
Yeah,
icky.
that's yeah. But like to me, like pretty hilariously icky.
I mean, it is, but it's gross. It's bad. This
Yeah,
energy
this
should
movie
kill
is
him.
yeah, it's not a movie about good people, except for potentially Tracy Flick, who is largely a victim of other people's weird shit in this movie. Um it is it is not a movie with a great adult role models.
No. No, it's not.
So before we get into what actually happens in the election itself, um I'm getting the vibe that maybe you didn't like this movie that much.
I appreciated it. Did I sit there and think, hey, that's good? No. I sat there and I looked at it and I observed what I think I'm supposed to, which is tropes of people who I
Sure.
hate and I know are there, and I've known many of them. And I just think that they should probably have some nice hockey mask wearing, machete wielding person to dispatch them of their heads that they don't deserve to have.
These are definitely the sort of people that in another genre of movie, um, the actions that we observe them undertaking would be the actions that would earn them the death by miscellaneous slasher. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
These are I was thinking about it. I'm the guy who directed this, Alexander Payne. I'm not familiar with a lot of his work, but the one other movie that I know he directed that I have seen multiple times that I enjoy, is similarly populated by, um, for the most part, no good people. It's a comedy about abortion, and it's called Citizen Ruth, and Laura Dern plays this like just an awful burnout who is uh she's a druggie, she's a prostitute, her main jag is huffing paint. She is pregnant and basically becomes this flashpoint in an abortion debate between two factions of horrible, well-meaning, supposedly people on different sides of the rights issue. And it's really funny, but it's full of just awful people who you want to fail just because they're terrible. And
Yeah.
maybe that's just the sort of topics that this director is drawn to.
It's possible.
Is examining uh really unfavorable elements through a comic lens.
And I think that that's part of the issue that I had with the movie, and it isn't really that big of an issue. What I didn't like about it in the end is I knew the entire time that I was watching this movie, just from the tone, I could tell no retribution was going to happen. There wasn't going to be any win. Nobody would truly fail either. All of the things this person falls from grace, but was he really graceful to begin with? This person just
Well,
falls
no.
out of his element and doesn't have any real problem, nothing to learn from. He wasn't happy in life. He fucked up. Other people not happy in life. They fucked up. Other person, maybe she's going all right.
That's fair.
You know, she fucked up. There's no. It, okay, here it is. Seinfeld wanted to be a show about nothing and failed miserably. In the end, this did ultimately turn out to be something about nothing and didn't go anywhere.
I mean, I would say, thinking about okay, I guess we need to say what actually happens in the election so we can talk about whether there is comeuppance for what comes around. So, McAllister and Linda try to commit some more adultery. Doesn't
I'm
really
sorry, I'd
work
like it to
out.
be Inspector Gadget from
That is a statement that is true, but I've never actually seen that, so
now.
I've
Neither have
kind of
I.
forgotten it.
And I won't ever watch
Um,
it because Dr. Claude, you see his face.
Oh, what? Really? Ew.
Based on the
Really?
previews and the posters, yeah.
Ew.
And his claw, it's just like a two-finger grabby majuk.
I'm trying to remember what his claw actually looked like.
He just has like
It's been so
a
long. I
metallic
was actually
cat
looking up
hand.
to see if there was some place that I could stream Inspector Gadget the other day because I suddenly had a weird hankering to watch an episode.
Yeah, it's just like a metallic gauntlet with like kitty fingers, if I remember right.
Right. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, okay, yes, Matthew Broderick did play live action Inspector Gadget. And then I believe French Stewart played live action Inspector Gadget 2.
I don't like either of these ideas.
I don't either. I assume that they are both terrible. I think the Matthew Broderick one might actually be streaming on something, and that might have been why I thought of the cartoon. I might have seen the Matthew Broderick movie and thought, ah,
Yeah, I don't know. It's tricky. I mean, he's made a lot of really big mistakes in his life. He's made some real bad movies. And then I just feel bad because what was it? Some stupid goddamn dumb popular magazine said that his wife was the ugliest woman in the world.
right, yeah. But I mean, in fairness, um, she started an incredibly successful TV show, so she probably doesn't really care that much about what that one magazine said.
It's true, but
It was an awful, awful show, but it was very successful.
I would never know.
But
Emily watched the
good
shit out of it. Never seen
God,
it
it
myself.
was awful. It was so bad. Okay, while it was popular, I worked at a video store in like the gayest neighborhood in Chicago. So it was on even in the store. And it was everywhere. And it was, oh God, it was annoying. It was so annoying. But it was really popular.
Yeah, I
So I'm
saw
sure
no good of it.
Jessica Parker does not give a shit what any of them said.
That's probably true. It's just it's got to be a real big blow to your
I'm not a
ego.
fan of hers, but
Yeah.
I'm sure she does not give a shit.
Yeah, it still probably hurt. That's
I mean,
if that
I'm
was
sure
said
they
of
weren't
me
like,
on some level, I'd probably be like, oh wow, really? Am I that ugly?
it's
Am I the horse
probably
face girl?
true that like they did not high five over it.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, she knows what she looks like. She's an odd duck. Like she's a weird looking gal.
it's true.
She carries it. Whatever, she does what she does. It's
Yeah.
whatever. She is not conventional in
But you know what?
her
She's made
beauty.
millions of dollars and she's married to Ferris Bueller. So if you
Yeah,
like that kind of jam,
I bet she could buy and sell whoever said that about her.
she could definitely sell me. I don't know if she could buy me.
I mean, I wasn't attributing that statement to you originally.
I know, but it was
Is
still
that what you're
fun.
claiming now? Are you stepping out of the closet to
Goals
admit
for
that you're the one who said that?
2024. I will be bought and sold by Sarah Jessica Parker.
You should probably get on that. Should we start by watching every movie she's ever been in?
Absolutely not.
I can only think of one.
Was she wearing a bright
m-
blue button-up shirt?
She had her head cut off and stitched to the body of a chihuahua.
Frankenhooker?
Mars Attacks.
I preferred my answer for fun. I knew it was wrong.
Well, I suspect you knew it was wrong. We watched it not that long ago. Frankenhooker, not Mars Attacks.
One of the better movies.
I heart
Frankenhooker, not Mars Attacks.
I am a fan of Mars Attacks, but I prefer Frankenhooker.
I don't think I've ever seen Mars Attacks.
It's in the subgenre of movies based on sets of trading cards. It's pretty good.
All right.
That, as far as I know, it only consists of Mars Attacks and the Garbage Pail Kids movie. Now, if you want to see a really terrible movie, that is a really terrible movie.
You let them out of the garbage pail.
Why should we do something nice? Let's quit now, that's my advice.
We can't do anything by working with each other.
They've made movies about baseball, right?
But not based on a set of baseball cards, to the best of my knowledge.
What are baseball?
I don't
cards
think
based
they
on?
made a movie that was like Fleer 1994, the movie.
What are baseball cards based on?
I don't know. Baseball games?
What's that?
Are you honestly asking me a question about baseball? Because
You've lost
you
me
might
here.
as well talk
I
about.
thought
Why don't you talk about cars next?
cars cards? I can lie my way through sports. I worked at a fucking sports bar that was a brewery for like 15 years.
I know the names of many sports. Like baseball. Baseball's one of them.
Okay. I tell you about the warehouse that became the brewery for the production facility for Mackenzie Brewing when I worked there?
I do not know.
The owner rented out an office to one of his friends who was a retired man who would have hookers for lunch. And
Wait, like a cannibal?
I don't know that he ever actually ate them. But you never can tell. It's not like I was watching his menu. But yeah,
Does hooker meat taste different from regular ladies if you're eating them like cannibals?
I've never eaten one. Either way. But yeah, he was a married retired man who would rent this office to not be around his wife, and he would go there and he would watch porn all the time. But seemingly because he was worried about the porn being
This is already a better adultery plan than we saw in the movie Election.
This is pretty fantastic. He would get like worried about the porn being heard, and so he'd turn up ESPN radio. But then he wasn't hearing enough porn, so he'd jack up the porn volume. But then that was getting too loud, so he'd jack up the ESPN radio. And when I started talking with Emily again, I was telling her about this, and she came up with the greatest name for this, which was ESPORN. And
oh, nice. Yes.
I just the first time I walked in to that place, what the fuck am I dealing with? And this man like walks out of his office with his dick hanging out and zipping up his pants. How long are you gonna be here? It makes for a great story, but when your life is that sitcom, it's a little bit disheartening.
Yeah, I feel like there has to have been a better solution to the sound issue.
Earbuds?
Especially if he was going to be, like, presumably he's doing this for, the long term.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, like, just even some basic soundproofing isn't that difficult if you really need to commit to this this lifestyle.
Yeah, it was real weird. I mean, this guy Woo. It was something special.
Is that what happened to Dave Novotny?
I thought somehow you were going to say Dave Navarro.
Oh, we all know that's what happened to Dave Navarro. uh,
All right. Tangent.
Gross.
Must
Okay,
must reel
so
it in.
what actually happens in this movie
Tom Brady accepted his punishment.
is Ferris Bueller. Ferris Bueller gets stung on the eyeball by a bee, and also has to count the votes in the election after not being allowed to have adultery. He's having a really bad day overall. But what happens is the election is really close, and Paul beats Tracy Flick by 2 votes. So they have to have another hand recount. So Mr. McAllister does the recount and discovers that in fact they were accurate, and Tracy Flick won by 2 votes. So he can't have that. He's having the worst time, and he sees fucking Tracy Flick celebrating the victory that she believes is assured, and he does what any reasonable adult would do. He fixes a high school student body election
Because he
by
hates
throwing
her.
away 2 votes because he hates her. Apparently, he doesn't hate her enough to like pocket or destroy those 2 paper votes, but just drops them in the garbage can in his own classroom.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Matt, he hasn't covered any tracks for shit.
No, he's not really great at this descent. At all. He doesn't seem like he was that stellar before, but he seems really bad at being bad.
Oh shit! When his wife is talking with the lady that he's trying to get with, and he walks in and sees what's going on, what was it that he said? Oh, okay, and just turns and walks away. He can't handle it.
Well,
Doesn't
but
even
what
like
is he
say a word other than that.
what's he gonna say though? I mean, it's all right there. We know exactly what's just happened in this house. It's like, well,
Yes,
there's nothing I can do to fix this situation.
he is a sad little man.
He is getting smaller and smaller.
Yes.
And I honestly like I think this is really funny. Like I enjoy watching this journey. Um there's like this whole maybe this whole movie is like running on an engine of Schadenfreude, because you're just like watching like shitty people do bad things and get caught. I I would say, like, honestly, I think there is comeuppance in this movie. I think that, I mean, I don't know what you would expect as his punishment. Like what he does is just shitty. Like he's not like a real criminal. Like he's just shitty. He's just a small shitty man. And he does a series of small shitty things, some of which are like, yeah, that's the sort of thing a shitty guy would do, and some of which are mildly shocking, like fixing a student body election at the school where he is a teacher and gives talks about ethics and morals. But he loses everything. Like I think that it's not that I don't think it's unfair that he eventually lands on his feet. Like it's not like he's winning in this situation. Like he appropriately loses his wife and his job and is essentially hounded out of town and becomes a big laughing stock because he's a piece of shit. And
Yeah.
I think that it's all like, I think it's pretty fair. Like, I think it's pretty much like, I don't think he needed to be punished more than that. You know, I think the punishment fit the crime. He like he talks about in the little voiceover, it's this sort of news item that people share, and so he became kind of a, like, in today's parlance, he went viral. This was 1999, so people weren't really talking in those terms, but like he was as much of a national laughingstock as an ordinary citizen could expect to be in 1999.
Yeah. No,
And
and
yeah, well deserved.
yeah, he deserved what he got. Uh, his friend from the beginning of the movie deserved what he got. More should have
Yeah,
happened.
as they say, he is lucky he didn't go to jail.
Yeah.
Um, and he is. Yeah. Um, Clearly he's not going to bounce back from this, which is great.
Yep. And Paul and Tammy, I wonder whatever happened with them because the focus wasn't on the two redeemable characters.
Yes, and they were both lovely. And I said, like I think that life that I imagined for Paul earlier is still the life that he will probably have. Like, they're a comfortable upper middle class family, and he's just gonna be chill, and he's gonna drift around and be happy and smiley and remember epic parties.
And I don't think that he was even that much of the epic party jock. I just,
No, no, but I think he likes being at them and having those memories.
yeah, yeah.
He's just a happy guy.
The the saddest thing about this movie is we were focused on the douchebags, and there could have been
Yeah.
some because and there was clearly something better happening at this school and in this town than what we were looking at, and that's the thing that disappoints me a little bit is like we're just looking at some real shitheads.
I have never read the book on which this is based, so I don't know how closely it adheres to that. I I assume that the the character of Tracy Flick is probably the starting point for the writer, and wanting to. I expect that they knew a Tracy Flick, and that this is what inspired the book in the first place. And who knows, like, where they're coming from in terms of their relationship with the real life Tracy Flick. Um, but I feel like that's maybe that's who they should have focused on, and maybe looking at so much of it through the lens of Mr. McAllister pulls focus in a way that, like, we could have maybe had some more interesting stories going on. Maybe we got more in the book. I don't know. But certainly it is very much informed by McAllister's negative opinion of Tracy Flick. Like, he identifies her as an archetype that he considers to be his enemy, essentially.
She was
He
targeted.
has become a person who wants to take the piss out of this type of overachiever. Um, and, and that is probably a terrible mission to choose as a high school teacher. Um, but certainly that guides us through this movie and sets the tone.
It really does.
I love the characters of Paul and Tammy, and I would like to maybe have seen a more of this tempered with some of their stories. Tammy in particular, who I hope it all works out with Jennifer at the end. Tammy is, of course, um, she takes credit for an incident in which campaign posters are torn off the wall, um, even though she was innocent, and gets kicked out of school and sent to an all-girls Catholic school, which is a dream come true. And as we see at the end of the movie in our brief coda with these characters, she has never been happier.
It's the truth. And I don't think that I even need to ask what this movie is really about. I think we've really pretty well hammered that out.
I guess I would be interested to know a little bit more about what it's about for the original author. I've never read it. I would be kind of interested to read it just to see how it differs from the movie approach, and if I could glean anything more about the motivation behind focusing on these characters, and what is the dark comedy of this story just them having fun, or are there some other demons that this author was working out? Because there are definitely uh some grim themes going on in the adult world of Election.
It's the truth. And honestly, getting into this movie, I had no idea what we would be approaching, other than Reese Witherspoon and Matthew Broderick. What the fuck am I going to be seeing here? Because I knew it was going to be late 90s, early 2000s. And I'm like, well, Reese Witherspoon's, it's not a high school thing. What is she like? Yeah, no, it is a high school thing. All right. Did not expect it.
Passable enough as high school.
Enough makeup, maybe.
This is a post 90210 world, Ted. So she is way younger than TV high school kids.
I was gonna say, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? I don't even know what 90210 is.
You know what 90210 is. I see that Luke Perry poster on the wall
Perry.
behind
Sorry,
you.
I was about to say Matthew Perry. Luke Perry, yeah. What was
I
he?
see
40
that
years
Matthew
old?
Perry poster on the wall behind you. I know how much you love the Friends.
Luke Perry. No, I don't. Luke Perry. What was he?
Died.
56 when he beefed it, or 52?
It's something like that. It was, yeah, but he was not an old gentleman.
How old was he when he was a high schooler? And plus, there was the one whose name was Brandon, who I want to say, when I saw him on a Conan O'Brien interview, said that he was 40 years old at one point in that show.
I maybe that show was on for a long time, I think.
Yeah, but I think
that was Jason
when he was
Priestley is that one's name.
I think it was when he was supposed to be in high school still.
That seems unlikely. Because I think it went well after high school for them.
There's plenty of Googles out there. We can ask them all.
And it's super important to me personally to know how old Jason Priestley was when he was in fake high school.
I don't give two shits about this show. I'm not going to look it up. I'm going to say that Jason Priestley, in a very vague memory of mine, said that he was 40
Listeners,
years old.
how old do you believe Jason Priestley was when he was in fake high school? If you believe he was A, 20 to 25, text 423. If you believe he was B, 25 to 35, text 424. If you believe he was C, 35 to 72, text 449.
Yeah.
Devoid.com.
I'm gonna say that he was in his 40s in high school.
I mean, I think he was in his 40s when he was actually in high school.
He was probably finishing up.
Well, I mean, he was too busy playing a high school kid when he was Wait, how old was he in real life? Now, I got lost.
I don't know, Matt. I didn't watch 90210. I never
I
watched the
didn't either. Why are we
90210.
talking about this?
You brought it up. Why did you do that?
Because you were talking about her age in fake high school.
Yeah. Well, look, guess what? I'm 40 fucking
Should I
1
have
years
talked
old.
about My So-Called Life instead?
Which one is that?
It had Claire Danes and what's his name? That really annoying guy who played the Joker in Suicide Squad.
Which one was the one that had Fred Savage's little brother?
The Boy Meets World.
I never saw that one either.
I didn't either.
Did you know that
I saw a couple of them, I think, with Tirza.
there was a girl in that show that apparently got into porn a couple years ago?
I heard something about that.
She
Yeah.
apparently got into porn a couple years ago because she read the script and thought the script was great. I
Well,
don't buy it.
Can you say for sure that she was wrong?
No, I just
Have
don't
you
buy
seen it?
I didn't see that, and I didn't see the Boy Meets World.
Do you remember the movie Fright Night, the vampire movie from the 80s?
I remember the name of the movie, and I believe I remember the cover of the box of the sequel Fright Night 2 was almost entirely pure white with like fangs biting through it.
Yes, yes. Well, it was Fright Night was like just amusing because I mean it's about it's kind of a teenage remake of Rear Window, except that it's about like he sees a vampire move in next door. But basically during the course of that movie, the main character's best friend, who's a high school kid named Ed, gets turned into a vampire, and he's a pretty famous character. And then he actually ended up doing quite a bit of gay porn later on. And I found that out when I was just like, I was doing some write-up about Fright Night and this kind of where are they now thing. And I was like, oh, huh,
All right.
that is him. Guess Evil Ed's a bottom.
Why not?
Well, he did not ask that question. He just said, do it.
Well, there you go. It's a party, right?
Probably what he said about being turned into a vampire too. I mean,
Yeah, do it.
he was just saying yes to life.
Stick it in my butt, stick it in my neck. We're all good to go.
Yeah, I mean, if there's not a hole there already, we'll just make one. He's
Yeah,
like very
it's
open to the
fine.
experience.
He's very open to getting open.
It's a pretty good movie too. I mean, Fright Night, not whatever movie he did. And
I wouldn't know about either of them because I don't remember Fright.
well, we'll watch them both.
There we go. Hey, you know what? Maybe we could start doing that. Maybe Depot Devoid's gonna be all about the gay porn. Yeah. What did you think this one's really about?
Just the people who did gay porn after doing American horror films.
You know, if we could actually get a guest on about that, I would be totally down.
I mean, I don't know what Evil Ed's doing now.
We can find out.
I mean, it's been a while. I assume his gay porn days are over. Maybe he's just bored now.
Yeah, maybe it's
Doesn't
time to
hurt
get
to
on
ask.
the podcast. It's not like we're gonna pay him anything.
Well, no, obviously.
We're not getting anything out of this. This is just us talking.
We may never even edit it.
Not yet. I still have to get editing software. I still need to learn what I'm doing.
Well, you better get started.
I'm working on it, maybe.
You don't know.
Trees
You
keep
can't
falling
prove I'm
down.
not.
Yeah. I can't. I've still got a mailbox to put up. I've got a post. I got a
Plus,
mailbox post.
Plus, you're 40 now. It's probably time to start high school.
Yes, I know. Fuck that. I didn't finish middle school. I got my GED after I went to college.
Well, then you should at least start playing a high schooler on TV.
I am.
It's one or the other.
This is close to TV. I am in high school. Look at my face.
I don't see a class ring on you. You need to get one. You need to get a big.
That's my class ring.
That is not from Jostens.
I don't know what Jostens is.
Well, that proves to me that you don't have a class ring, so you better go get one and then hold it up and go, look at my ring, my ring, my ring.
I mean, I know what Josta is.
I don't.
I've never had it. They don't make it anymore.
Jostens is the place that you get your class rings from. I can tell you that much.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah, they are stupid.
I don't remember. I was gonna make a suggestion of another thing to watch, but I forgot what it was gonna be.
Was it the Garbage Pail Kids movie?
No, but I thought it was underneath the lid of my table here, but I didn't see it immediately. But I guess we'll have to figure something out. We're almost
running out of
recording
time.
Yep.
Okay, well, what lessons did you learn from election that you would like to apply to this year's election?
I didn't learn anything new from it.
I am
elections are
shocked
bad.
to hear that.
Elections are bad. People who are in them are bad. People who try and meddle with them are bad. Your mom's bad.
Your mom's bad.
Sometimes people don't get the comeuppance they deserve.
But
Elections.
sometimes they do.
But nobody did really in this.
I think it was better than many movies in terms of comeuppance.
It's true.
I know that you were hoping they would get chopped up by Jason Voorhees, but maybe next time in Election 2, The Search for More Money.
Son of a bitch.
I love you, Ted.
I love you too, Matt.
I elect to see you next time.
I accept the election. I have won. See you then.
Maybe the listeners won.
Well, they will then.
The Depot Devoid is that place your mind goes when you've lost your train of thought, but you haven't found a new one. The Depot Devoid podcast is hosted by Matt Fagan and Ted Fagan. Depot Devoid is not hosted by Ian Fagan because he died and we miss him. Find our full video episodes at Depot Devoid Podcast on YouTube. On social media, you can find us at Depot Devoid Podcast on Blue Sky, and for now, still on Facebook and Instagram. Or you can email us at depotdevoidpodcast@gmail.com. And of course, you can listen to the show on all of your favorite podcast platforms.
How long you gonna be here?